G'day folks, it's the Meeple Monkey here again with another gameplay video for you. This time we've got something quite different to what I've normally had on the channel, and that's a game called Shoes Tactics on the YouTube channel. I think the community page, I posted up an image a little while ago of myself playing this game. So I thought I'm just sort of experimenting with some new cameras and things like that. Camera angles and stuff with new equipment and stuff, so I thought this would be a good chance to sort of test that out with this great little game called Shoes Tactics. It's a Kickstarter game it's been fairly recently through Kickstarter, and it's a really interesting release model. It's a little roll and write. I shouldn't say little, but it's a roll and write game. A really sort of fun, crunchy, thoughtful, sort of puzzly roll and write, and it's a campaign game as well. So there's a series of missions that you can sort of play through that link together, and there are decisions you can make in certain encounters that you might come across in certain levels that sort of give you choices, and that impacts on further games and that sort of thing as well. And interestingly, the release model for this game is quite cool. It only costs, I think a pledge was only like $6 or $7 maybe US dollars, and for the base game. And what that would give you is access to all the levels in the game, sort of released over time. I guess like a print and play type model. So there's no actual physical component, or no physical board game or box that you can buy for this game. It was purely released as sort of like almost like a living rulebook type thing. That's there's going to be more and more levels released over time, which is really interesting. So you only had to pay, like I said, $6 or $7, and that gets you this game. But the cost is down because you don't really receive a box or anything like that. There's nothing to be manufactured. You print it all out yourself. All the files, they come in various sort of sizes, so you can print them to whatever sort of paper style you need or have. You can print it black and white or color like this. So quite flexible there, and it all comes out on like a Google Drive, so it can be sort of constantly updated as well. So you just need to sort of pay that pledge amount, and then that sort of gets you access to these files and that sort of thing. So I think there's a slightly more expensive price point where you can also pick up the cooperative rules. I think there's a cooperative set where you can sort of each player has their own sort of mat like this, and they're sort of playing against a larger grid here. But I think the base game is solo only, although I think there's also you can kind of play it multiplayer solitaire, I think, or something along those lines as well. Yeah, really interesting model for a release for a game. Really clever. I really like the game. I love the setting as well, the Three Kingdoms period in China, yeah, just a really fun game so far, from what I've seen. And there's also a element to it as well. I'm not sure if this is still available, but I believe you can still late pledge, or essentially through the website of the designer. I think you can still be basically purchasing the access to this game. But there was also a thing where you could design your own heroes and characters and that sort of thing as well, which I think was only during the Kickstarter. I'm not sure about that, but that I'm sort of quite excited about that too, because I'm trying to sort of help design a character myself, which is kind of fun as well. So that's a lot of fun, and that's one of the things that as the game progresses, as you play through it, the designer is adding new elements to the gameplay. So being able to have a hero, being able to have villains that you sort of or bosses that you sort of fight against in each level, and new little gameplay modes and gameplay elements that sort of pop up between mission to mission as well. So seems like there's quite a lot of variation and replayability as well. So that's yeah, just looks like a really good one. So we're going to try and play this today. So hopefully I'll do all right. I have played this before this mission. This is the first mission. You can see here I've played it through before. I've sort of filled out the bits and pieces and stuff there. So did all right the first time, but I think I got a bit lucky there. I'm not sure how I'll go, but we'll see. But essentially the game is it is a roll and write, so there is a dice rolling, but it sort of represents you sort of playing with a deck of cards almost, which is quite interesting. So what you're trying to do is you're trying to basically fend off the attacks. I don't know if you're, I don't know if you're attacking or defending. I guess either way you sort of look at it. But what you're trying to do is you're trying to cover this enemy field here with your own sort of troops, your formations of troops here, which are these polyominoes. So essentially you're training up your troops to sort of get access to these polyominoes, and once you get access to them, you can then plonk them down on here. And there are other various ways you can fill in other squares and things like that, but you essentially have access to these here, and there's a few others. I don't know if you can quite see them in there, but there's a few little tiny mercenary formations in here that you can unlock as well. So you're essentially trying to sort of fill those up, and what that does is it prevents the enemy from attacking you, because one of the ways you can lose is by taking hits from these arrows here. So you're trying to avoid that, and essentially if you take too many hits, you're instantly defeated, but also the more hits you take, the less points you earn as well. And essentially what you're trying to do is earn as many points as you can by doing clever actions and, gaining troops and all this sort of stuff, and also filling in the blocks. I think every box that you don't fill in costs you a point. Every time you get sort of defeated or attacked, you sort of lose points as well. So you're trying to sort of earn enough points from all the things you're doing here that it sort of is enough to mitigate the points you'll be sort of losing automatically through some of the effects the enemies do. And then your, I guess, basic sort of goal in this mission is to earn 10 points. So you have to earn 10 points. So you have to do well enough that you from whatever you do here, you have to still have 10 points left over after losing everything from over this side of the board. But you also have to have filled in one of these tracks down here, and we'll get into that. But this is like the council area. You have to fill in at least one of the council track areas. So yeah, essentially you have 4 sort of main actions here. You're trying to build up the troops. Like I said, this is the drill ground, so you're building up infantry or cavalry here. You can be working on the forge. The forge sort of kind of builds your engine, or builds sort of income sort of capacity, or different sort of items or equipment and things like that here. So you can get different, you can earn troops as an income. You can earn over here, you can earn the ability to sort of like scout, which lets you sort of have more flexibility about where you can put your things down on the board. You've got these 2 tracks here sort of reward you with little throwing daggers, which sort of let you throw out little basically colour in blocks, adjacent to where you've attacked already and that sort of thing. I think they have to be adjacent. This one here just earns you some points. So these tracks are here are just sort of like about sort of just sort of giving you abilities and that sort of thing. Down here you have these tracks. These are, I guess, all about, there's a little bit of, you get some actions and things out of them, but a lot of them are about sort of earning points, so you can get some big points down here as well. This is called the council area, but this is sort of dictated by what choices of cards you use each turn, let you sort of determine what council tracks you can go down, sort of thing here, which is what these symbols are about at the top here, so I'll explain that as well. And then the last action here is you have your travel area there as well. And this sort of basically in your actions here, you can sort of move around the map here, and every time you sort of go to a different spot that has a little symbol in it, you get that symbol. But also if you can sort of travel down the track and sort of encircle one of these symbols in these larger spots here, you can sort of pick those up as well. Yeah, so those are the sort of the basic actions, and now you sort of, when you have your turn, you basically choose those actions by these 6 cards here, and these 6 cards will be determined by a dice roll. So what we're going to do, I'll probably the next thing I need to explain, I'm probably going back and forwards with the explanation here, but essentially the game is played over a different number of rounds. So in this particular mission there are 8 rounds, and the little symbols here will sort of tell you what you're doing in each phase of that round. So at the beginning there's either a furled banner or a sort of flying banner here, and that will tell you whether the enemy are attacking or not. So at the beginning of each phase, the enemy will either not attack or attack. So the first 2 rounds here, they're greyed out here, so the enemy are not attacking. Then we know that each of these rounds here, except for the second last, they are going to be attacking every round after that. So, and what happens there when they attack, the column, you'll basically look at the column that the little round tracker is sitting under, and that column will attack. So if we're looking here, this column will launch 1, 2, attacks at us in this round here. So we want to try and make sure that we've dealt with these 2 spaces here before we get to the 3rd round, or otherwise we're going to be taking 2 hits there. So we'll see. So that's the first part of each round is this sort of enemy attack phase. Then you have an income phase usually after that. So if you have a look in this first turn, there's no little symbol here. You probably can't see that very well, but there's a little sort of handout sort of symbol. So that's the income phase. So anything you've unlocked with an income sort of power to it, that's when that triggers. After that, then we determine what we're doing in our turn, what actions are available. So that's either a dice roll or a shift. So the dice roll is where we roll a dice, so we roll a d20, and there are a number of combinations. And now I've got this part of the sheet. There's sort of like a side sheet that you use. I've got it covered up under here, so I've got this part showing, but I've got the other part. But here's another printout of it, so you can see this is sort of like all the different possible combinations of what cards you could be using, and essentially here you roll your d20, and so if you roll a 1, that means you're using these 3 cards here. If you roll a 6 here, I'd be using this one, and this one here. So top, bottom, and this bottom one over on this side too. So they sort of all these little peaches just correspond to which side the cards are on. So that's how you work that out. So you roll the dice, and that determines what cards you've got available, and then you can sort of pick your actions from there. However, in the turns, it sort of basically tends to alternate back and forth with this. You have the shift turn, so essentially whatever you roll up in that roll phase, the next turn you're going to have the opposite side card to use. So if I rolled up this one, and this one, I know that it would swap around in the next turn. I'd sort of get this one, and that one. I think I did that right. Then after that, you basically sort of go through and play out your actions, spend your actions, and go from there, sort of thing. So, actually, before you do that, there's an enemy reaction phase as well. So the enemy, based on what you choose with your actions here, the enemy are going to react with one of their sort of actions down here, and that's usually to sort of reinforce more spots. So the longer it goes on, the more of these spots will be sort of filled up, and you sort of want to avoid doing that as much as you can, sort of thing. But that's also tied to these different weather effects. So there are sun, cloud, and moon or nighttime here, and so these are the weather effects. And so based on what you choose over here with your actions, that will set a particular weather effect for that phase or that turn, I guess, or round, and then that locks in what track you can access during if you're going to spend any council actions here. It also determines what attack the enemy are going to do as well. And if you sort of just hammer one particular zone the whole time, once the enemy attacks sort of hit this furthest point here, they're going to just keep hitting this last attack here. And these attacks are quite powerful because I think they reinforce 3 spaces, which is pretty bad. So you don't want to sort of be just hammering one area the whole time, because then you're just going to be getting a lot of reinforcements. So yeah, now let's see. And I guess at the end of the game I'll show you this, but essentially this shows you down here, this is like for scoring. So you tally up all the points you've got, then you look at how many spots are still available that the enemy have that you haven't covered up, and you times that by the number of rows that you left incomplete. So these little guards here get wiped out if you sort of complete the row, a bit like Tetris, where you can fill the whole row and it sort of wipes it out. So the more of those you leave and the more spaces you leave, they get multiplied together to subtract from your score, and you also subtract a certain amount from how much damage you've taken as well, and that gives you your final score here. So in this game you want to get at least 10, and then there's these other, you can get 25 points, that gives you another bonus, feat, I guess. Have 4 stamina left, gain a bonus points value of 8 points, which are these bonus points down here. So yeah, let's have a look at the cards then. So the cards themselves have these tops and bottoms, so it's a bit like I guess like a Gloomhaven type thing, where you sort of have to combo your tops and bottoms of your cards, except this time you get 3 cards. So essentially the tops of the cards always have the actions that are available, so whether that's Drill Ground, which is 1, a Forge, which is 2, Council, which is 3, and then a Travel, which is 4. So you have those in different combinations here. So if you choose the top, you get 2 of those actions in various combinations, and then at the bottom of each card you have these different special powers. So this is earn a coin. This symbol here is used in later games, so we won't worry about that. So this is essentially you gain a coin, and coins are good for being able to sort of spend on certain actions and things like that, being able to modify your dice and your effects and your actions and things like that as well. We have this one here, horseshoe, so you can plus or minus up to 2 range when you make an attack. This round, each time you destroy like an archer or a guard, you get points. So if you know you're going to be sort of attacking, this might be a good one to have, because you're going to get more points for attacking. You may spend 2 gold to gain a bonus action, so that's pretty good. Here we have, you get to roll the die, and there's like this reward chart that's just sort of random effects. And destroy a field box, that box must be directly below. So this lets you sort of destroy an extra box, but you have to have sort of placed your attacks further up, so you've got spaces for those spots to attack. So that's quite handy as well. So I think we should probably just get into it, I reckon. Hopefully this hasn't been too confusing, and hopefully as I play through it and sort of explain things as I go, hopefully it'll start to make a bit of sense and that sort of thing. So, okay. So, yeah, this first battle, we're basically just sort of fighting off some basic yellow turbans, and we'll see how we go. So in our first turn, we know that the enemy are not going to attack, and that's good because there are 2 arrows in this first column, so if they did attack, we'd get hit twice. We know there's no income, so we're just going to roll the dice and see what we get. What did I get there? That is a 9. So if we look at the 9, that is here. So we've got the top 2 on the left-hand side and the bottom right side. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use these little doobie-wackies here, pop them in, and great apologies to everyone who's watching this and very confused. I don't feel like I'm explaining this game in a good order sense or anything like that, but hopefully you get the feel of it. And apologies to the designer as well. I feel like I'm making a meal of this, but hopefully we can improve. So these are the 3 cards that I'm looking at here. So now what I have to do is I have to pick now, before we go any further, which 2 cards I'm going to use the tops and which card I'm going to use the bottom for. So if I feel like in my actions I can do enough to put out actually put out an attack, if I use the bottom here, that's going to allow me to sort of do an extra bit of damage too, without having to sort of spend extra points on extra soldiers and that sort of thing. So that's a possibility. This one, or if I feel like I'm going to make an attack, this could gain me extra points, I guess. But I don't feel like I'm going to be able to do that much, and I'm certainly not going to be able to take a whole row out, I don't think. And this could just earn me some gold. So you can see here, I'm going to actually fill that in. This is like the gold pouch here, and you sort of you use this to keep track of your gold, I guess. Oh, you know what? I just realised I'm supposed to fill that in when I spend it. So, whoops! I've already made my first mistake there. So you're supposed to just outline them. Sorry, which is why it's already outlined for you, and then fill it in once you've spent it. Oops. All right. Hopefully, I'll remember that I haven't done that properly. Yeah, this last one, could get me an extra gold. So that could be good. Now if I did that one, and I put it over here on this page here, then it would mean I'm essentially choosing the top two here. So let me have a look at that. What would that give me? That would give me one soldier action, one or two of the council actions. And what's that? A travel action as well. There's no forge there, is there? No. What if instead... what if I did this? What if I did two of these actions? This is interesting. Two of these actions. And I've got a forge. And I've got one of these here. I've got a council track. That would give me one. I could fill in 1, 2, 3 of these. All the infantry here are 3 spaces, so this would let me fill in one. So essentially, what the drill ground action does is it lets me fill in one of these boxes on these 2 tracks here. I can choose for every one of these actions I do. I can choose which track I'm going to pick, and then if I cross out a infantry picture of a little infantry face here, I get to fill in an infantry box in any of these. If I fill in a cavalry one, I get to fill in one of these boxes here. So that would let me fill in 2 soldiers here, 1, 2, which would be enough to fill in 2 of these boxes. And if I filled in this, if I did this third one, I could come down here and, although I'd be doing the night time, wouldn't I? So I'd be doing this travel action. What does the travel action let me do? Is there anything I can do there potentially? And then this 2. So yeah, interesting. All right. Well, let's get into it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pick these 3 here. So I've got the 2 tops on these 2 cards and the bottom one on this this card down here. So what that does is, now that I've chosen which bottom I'm doing, the bottom is what determines what weather you've got. So even though you've got the 3, you're always going to sort of have the 3 rows. The bottom, the one that you choose for the bottom ability is the weather you lock in. So we're locking in this nighttime. So I guess we're sort of like, operating at night, doing a night raid. So the enemy for the night raid are going to reinforce, their symbol just says that they reinforce 1 box. You always start the reinforcements going this way, so starting from this first arrow here, going across, and then you start again at the next row, going across, and then so on. So I'm just going to fill in this box here. So it doesn't sort of make an extra enemy attack or anything like that, but it does mean there's an extra box that I need to fill in to stop sort of hemorrhaging points here. So there we go. So we've got some more soldiers coming this way. And I've done one of my night abilities. So now if I keep picking night abilities down here, the enemy are going to sort of reinforce more ferociously. So we've done that. And now I've got these actions I can choose from. So now one of the other things about the actions is that, like I said with gold, you can use the gold to mitigate or to enhance your action. So essentially you can sort of count the action as 1 higher or 1 less, I think, with the gold. But the other thing with these actions is not only, this number 1 here is the drill ground action and number 2 is the forge action, but that also refers to range, because what you can use the actions for, instead of as an actual action out here on the field, you can use the action to launch an attack. So essentially, once I've filled in all of these troop formations or these mercenary formations over here in these 4 spots here, I don't actually automatically get to place them out on the field. In order to launch the attack, I have to spend an action. So if I spend the action for launching the attack, I don't get to do the actual action that it normally says, but I do get to use the range of that attack. So you can see here, this is a range 1, 1, 2, 3. So that means I can launch attacks in the first row, second row, or third row. But, you know, if I pick this ability here, as long as one of the squares is in, say, the third row, if I was launching a level 3 attack, I could sort of have that shape there sort of appear in the third row and then go up into the fourth row like that. But looking at that, even if all the different formations, they're only 2 high at most, and if you can only attack with a range of 4 up to here, then, you know, the highest you can ever get is to this row 5. So there has to be other ways to get up attacking further, and that's where these abilities like mapping and stuff like that sort of allow you to get further and further up the field there. So and if you have a look at the cavalry, one of the things about the cavalry is with their polyomino shapes, you can rotate them, flip them however you like. These have to go exactly as they are, the infantry, but the cavalry are very flexible, so they can you know, run around the enemy and outflank them and that sort of thing. So you could potentially, if you flip this one vertically, you could have, you know, a height of 3 with these and that sort of thing. So yeah, a few different ways you can modify those results there. But having said that, we've got 1, 1. So I'm going to just fill in this box here. I'm not going to think about it too much. So that's, I've just done 1 action there. I'm going to now fill in the second one there. So I'm going to fill in another soldier with my second military one there. And that's going to let me fill in. So what I'm thinking of doing is I want to make use of this. So I want to attack. I'm probably going to attack. I think I'm going to say this 2 as my attack. So what I could do. Interesting. What I was thinking. Interesting. I was thinking of having this shape here. Where is it? This one. Then I'd get to fill in these 2, launch in the second row, fill in these 2 spots here, and then maybe have this extra one here come down here. But I'm just wondering now if I fill in, what is it, this one here? I could sort of go around here and then I don't have to worry about being attacked over here in this row too much. Oh boy. No, maybe let's do this one. Alright, so I'm going to start filling in this. So 1, 2. So there's my 2 soldiers there. I'm going to fill in this formation. I'm going to now, I think what I want to do, because I'm in this, oh no, hold on, I'm in the night time, aren't I? Okay, so I'm in the night time. I'm in the night time, so I'm going to use this 3, I think. So, because I'm using the 3, I've now used both abilities here, so I put it on this little sleeping little face here. So that shows I've used this card all up. So I'm going to use the 3, which is the council track. I'm going to start filling in this track, which is the nighttime one. That is a horse symbol, so that gives me a free horse action. Now, unfortunately, the horse action is... where did I think I was getting another horse from? I think I may have snookered myself here, but that's alright. I think I thought I was getting a second horse action from somewhere. I'm not sure where I thought I was getting that from. Interesting. Oh well. Because my plan was... that's a bit of a bummer. Essentially, when you do your first travel action, you fill this in first. And then that gives you nothing, and then basically for your second horse action, you get something out of that. Where did I think I was getting a horse? Not there, not there. So I've done that. Because I was going to launch the attack with this 2 here, but I needed to use my horse to get to this spot here, but I don't have another horse. So that's not great. And then this is useless because I am not making any attacks, so I can't attack a field box below. Huh. What did I do? Oh well. Should have taken that one then, because I'm getting nothing out of this. I probably should have done that, because if I wasn't going to be able to launch the attack, I should have done that. But lesson learned. Now, what I've got to decide is, do I... Because what I could do is I could spend my gold to change that 2 into a 1, which would allow me to fill in 1 more, at least fill that up. Or I could use it to turn it into a 3 and roll the dice, and then potentially I could get another action. Hope for a horse action. Let's have a look here. Is that a possibility? Not necessarily. Okay, but well, what am I going to do? Am I going to use this to try and work towards income? Let's roll the dice. So I'm going to change this. Oh gosh, seems okay. Well, I've already scribbled that in, haven't I? That coin. So let's spend it. So I'm going to use the forge here as a another nighttime track. So I'm using that as a 3. So I'm going to fill that in. I guess this is I'm working towards the goal here, which is good. And I'm going to roll the dice and see what I get. Okay. What I get? A 20. Wow. Oh goodness. Well, that's a point. That's not too bad. And I get to roll the dice again. Okay. Well, free point. That's not too bad. What did I get this time? A 19. Ooh, I can use any scheme. Now, schemes are the names of these things down the bottom. Interesting. I could just get myself a gold back, or I could make my attacks extra 2 range, which I'm not making any attacks. You may spend 2 gold to gain any action. Well, I unfortunately don't have 2 gold to spend. So I think what I'm going to do is roll the dice again, because one of the schemes is I can roll the dice. Okay, let's see how that goes. 15 this time. Oh, now it says read encounter. Read encounter 4 in the encounters. Now, I didn't mention this, but what I'm going to do is, because I don't want to spoil the story for you, it does say if you want to play this game without the story mode element, what you do is you just, every time you roll up an encounter, you just go to the next highest result. Now the next highest result is you may use any scheme. So here we go. I'm going to roll the dice again. Okay, what are we looking for? A 14, I think, gives us a thing. Oh, well, there you go. You can see that 14. So we've got about 3 dice rolls there, but we got what we wanted. I still don't know if it's actually enough, because I don't think we can launch the attack, but at least we can fill in that thingy. But we got the 4 here, so essentially the 4 lets us sort of move the guy around. So where are we going to go? Do we want to go up this way, or do we want to go down this way? Let's go up here. So I've headed up this way with my 4. That is going to let me fill in one more of these. Okay, now what that's done is that has enabled us to have that troop now available. So I've circled this points here, that's 2 points for making this formation, and then if I send this formation into battle with an action, then I can scribble that in and I get the 2 points for launching that attack. So yeah, but unfortunately I don't think that all came from that upgraded council action there, which let me roll the dice about 500 times, let me do some extra travel, got me a troop, but it hasn't let me launch it because I've used up all of my actions now. So there you go. So, oh, and I think what I'm supposed to do is circle these off to show that I've gone through those. So in our first round, we have completed one of the formations there. We've worked towards the track here, but we haven't really sort of generated any sort of income engine or anything going on here. We've done a little bit of travel too. So we now move into the next round. So we're going to, the enemy are not going to attack. We're going to receive income, but unfortunately we haven't unlocked any income. Now, instead of rolling the dice, we're going to shift. So these two go to these 2 cards here. This one comes across here. And now we need to pick our scheme. So I either need to increase or decrease the range of my attacks, or I need to spend money to get a free action of my choice, or I can get a roll. Now, I think I'd rather get the roll, but that's another nighttime action. So in the interest of... Now, what are the top actions here too? I could do some more travel. I think I want to do... See, this first nighttime thing here, there's no... Oh, I should have coloured this in too. Whoopsie daisy. So I've done that one there. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to do this action here. I can spend gold to gain an action, because maybe through something that I'm about to do I could get some gold, so that might be a thing worth doing. And then I could get myself a bonus action. So I'm going to put that down there. I'm going to put these 2 at the top here. So I've chosen the storm, or the cloud cover as the track for the turn. So I'm going to cover that in, and the good news about that is that that's nothing there, so the enemy don't do anything. So I guess I'm sort of like sneaking around in the mist or something like that, and they don't notice me, so they don't react. Now, and the good thing about that is one of the things down here with the end of these council tracks, you might be thinking, oh, wouldn't you want to just race through this so you can get as many points as you want? But the last space in each of these tracks has an X for the points, and the X is you get the number of points. You get a number of points based on how many of these formations you've unlocked. So at the time that you color that in. So if I were to race through this and try and complete this turn, I've only got one. I'd be lucky to get another one filled in. So I'd only be getting like 2 points for that. Whereas if I can hit these last spots once I've got most of them filled in, including these mercenary tracks over here, then I can be getting a lot more points. So you sort of want to, it gives you another reason for not wanting to hammer one track early, sort of thing, because you want to be able to sort of like build up your presence in each of these tracks, I guess. At least that's what I think you're supposed to do. Okay, so what did I do? Okay, so I've determined the weather for the round, and now I can pick my action. So I know that I potentially want to try and earn some gold here, but other than that, I definitely do want to launch an attack. It's a bit of a shame I'm not using this, which is a bit of a bummer, but that is what it is. I could start working on some more troops. I've got, what have I got? One forge action. So I could get some gold with the forge action, but I wouldn't be getting 2. I could potentially get some gold by doing some travel. I've got 2, no I don't, I've got A 1. Oh, I've got a 1, 2, 3. I've got one of each, don't I? 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, where's the next attack coming from? The next attack is coming from here. This row here. So if I fill this in, I need to launch it with a 2 or a 3. Huh. What am I nighttime? So I could get this little troop here. I think I want to use this 2 though to do my first. I want to get some income happening with these guys. That mapping is useful too, but I think I'm going to use this 2 there for that. Oh, this is interesting. All right, so I'm going to use this 1 to, which is the drill ground. I'm going to use that in the in this space down here, the cavalry track, and the first one of that is actually not filling in a troop. It's actually giving myself another forge action. So I'm going to color in this second box here, and that now gives me this income. So now from now on, whenever the income comes up, I'm going to get free troop at the beginning of each round. Okay, so I've done that. So I've got a 3 and a 4 left. If I do a 4, does that give me any way to launch the attack? No, apart from actually using the 4. So I think what I want to do... Well, you know what? Before I make any other choice, what I'm going to... Oh, no, I don't have a 4. Oh, yeah, the 4's over here. Sorry. Haha. All right, so I know what I'm doing. I'm going to use the 4 here, and the reason I'm going to do that is because I've put myself in a position here where if I travel up here, I get a dice roll. And so what I'm going to do is color that in, roll that dice, see what I get, and then that will help me determine what I have available, what I can do. I'm thinking I'm just going to use this 3 to launch my attack, but we'll see how we go. So that is that card completed. I've done my 4. Let's find out with this dice roll what I get. An 11. Okay, so I'm going to cross out the dice roll there. Where is my 11? It is a... oh, it's another forge. Oh, that's cool. Oh, what do I want? Do I want a throwing dagger or do I want this mapping? Or do I want to go towards points? Let's go... let's go this one. Alright, I'm going to use the track towards the mapping, which gives me another cavalry symbol. So that lets me fill in one of these. Well, what am I putting in? I'm thinking of putting that in there. So... what's going to be useful there? Maybe this one. Okay. Alright, so I started working on that. So that was what I got for the roll. Okay. Yep. Then I'm going to... so I've done those 2. I've done this one. So I've just got to do this 3. So instead of doing the chart down here, I'm going to launch the attack. So I'm going to send this into the 3rd row. I'm going to send this one here, so I color that in. I get 2 points. I like to, I've seen the players just sort of write the points in. I like to do tally marks, so just got 3 points there so far. I've got this L shape, so I'm going to fill in these 3 spots here. Unfortunately, it doesn't give me... See, what I could do is I could fill in this bottom triangle down here, get myself another forge, and even work towards other stuff. But I think I just want to stop getting hit by these 2 arrows. So, because I know they're coming up next turn, and hopefully I can get these others. hopefully I can start sort of filling in these rows and sort of generating, you know, more combos and that sort of stuff down the track, but we'll see how we go. It tends to ramp up if you do it right, but I'm not sure if I'm doing it right after that first turn. All right, bingo. So we've launched our first formation into battle there and taken out 2 enemy archers, so that's pretty cool. That's all done. This third one here, I didn't earn the money to sort of make use of that, so that's a bit of a bummer. I feel like if there's a one of many weaknesses in my game so far this go around, it's that I haven't been sort of efficiently using the schemes, but yeah, it is what it is. All right, I think that is done. So let's go into the third round. So we have the enemies attack. They've got no arrows available, so they miss. Income. So what we do is we cross off the first one available. That is a infantryman. So all right. So I think what I'm going to do. I think what I'm going to do is try to fill in this one to fill in this spot over here. So infantry wise, I want to maybe make this shape because I want to fill in this spot, because I know that in the next round I'm getting hit by 2 arrows here, so if I can block at least one of them, that's not bad. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do with that free income guy there. Alright, so income's done. Now I roll the dice. I got a 16 this time. So let's cross out the dice rolling section. 16 on my little chart is these 2. So yep, these 2, and is it this one? Nope. This one down here. So I've got 2 night times and 1 sun. Oh. Wait a second. What's happening here? What turn are we in? 3rd turn, right? We're just about to do this. So why have I coloured in 3 of these? 1, 2, 3. I think I accidentally coloured in. I chose that one, and I chose this one. Oh, I think I've coloured in a sun up the top here. I shouldn't have. I should have coloured in the moon down here. So this is wrong. I've got a freebie here. This one actually didn't trigger. I think I actually coloured in wrongly. Okay, so well, speaking of, I'm thinking I might choose the sun just because I've already chosen one of these for the moon, right? So unless I think I'm launching an attack, in which case destroy field block that. See, this could be good. But this could let me launch an attack up high without having to spend a high one for that launching. Am I going to fill them in quickly enough? Let's do the sun. So let's do that, and let's do this. Okay, and just see what we can do here. 1, 3, 4. All right. So we're chosen sun, I think. So we're doing the sun track. Okay. So I want to fill in at least 2 of these little soldiers, don't I? Because I want to send someone out here. So what have we got? How can we work towards that? What have we got here? So that's 1. I guess I could do that. And then if I do a 3, that is the track, and that gives me another one. So, alright, so with my first drill ground, I'm going to... Oh. With my first drill ground, what I'm going to do is colour this in, which gives me this. This is a slight problem. Then my 3 fills in this one here, which is a drill ground action. But unfortunately, the drill ground action, the next symbol is either a cavalry guy, which doesn't really help, or it's a gold coin. I don't actually get any more soldiers until a lot further down the line. How do I get a soldier out of this? Interesting. Well, all right. So this third one, for this one, that drill ground, I'm going to colour this in. So that gives me gold. That gives me another gold. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend the gold to turn this 4 into a into a 3. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to spend the 4, turn it into a 3. Sorry about this is sliding off the thing, but I'm going to cover that. That's going to give me this soldier. Bingo. And then he's going to fill that up. Fill that up. And then for the final thing, I'm going to launch the attack with this 4 over here, this true 4. So that one's done now. Yep, so launches the attack, and I'm going to launch that at field number 4. Where is 4? Oh yeah, over here. So I'm going to use this one here. So that's going to fill that up. Bing, 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 bing. Now, okay, the good news is I've blocked off a couple of attacks coming at me for next turn, and I've also gained myself a gold here. So I've got the gold. I spent the gold to change that 4 into a 3, but I've got myself another gold now from this space here. The problem is, you can see I filled in this. This is great, but I'm not actually getting any of these rewards here. But I'm hoping that if I can sort of fill in a bunch, and then if I can get lucky with some turns and stuff like that, I can sort of trigger maybe a bunch of these at once, in theory. Okay, so that was pretty good. We did, so did all of that. I think we're all done with that one. I didn't really use that one too much. Didn't need to. Okay, a bit of a theme. Okay, not really using these very well. So now we know that we're going into the next phase. The enemy will attack. So the enemy will attack, and there is one arrow I didn't deal with. So that is going to hit me. So I'm going to take 1 damage here of stamina, and you can see here these little blood drops. They have 1, 3, 5, 8, 11, and 14 printed on them. So at this stage, because there's a 1 here, I'm going to lose 1 point at the end of the game. If I get up to here, for example, I know I'm going to be losing 8 at the end of the game. One thing I also forgot is that at this point here, when I was supposed to colour in this sun for choosing that scheme up here, that said to put 1 more reinforcement in, so that's reinforced this spot here, and that is actually going to give them that's going to give them a 3rd attack from this column if they get around to this turn here, or when they get around that turn there. So that's a bit scary. Now, income, I'm going to collect a horseman, so may as well colour that one in now. There we go. And so now we shift. So these two just swap, so that's easy. And this one swaps to here. So these are our options. So which scheme are we going to pick? I think I'm going to try... Surely I can do this turn. Come on, you can do it. Alright, so... I'm going to destroy... Yeah, I'm going to choose... This is my scheme, so that's another... Oh no, it's a nighttime order. Unfortunately, I'm still going to do it, but we'll see. I might not have enough actions to do what I want here now, but we'll see. Destroy a field box. That field box... Oh, now this must be directly below one of the destroyed... Oh, I can do this at any time, so I can do this now. Well, not now, but, interesting. But I'm choosing that one as my scheme, so that's nighttime as the scheme. It's also going to trigger this attack by the enemy. Now what this is the I lose, so they reinforce a box, and I lose an order. So I only get 3 of the 4 orders on the top of these squares here. So, okay, I think this is still okay, because I'm going to do my drill grounds. Am I? Maybe this is not okay. This is not okay. Oh, here we go. The horse. Hold on a second. Let's do the horse. The horse is going to... Yeah, let's go for a ride. So that's going to let me... I'm going to travel down this way this time. And that's going to... Oh, that's interesting. So that gives me a 3. What am I doing? A night raid? Oh, okay. That gives me a 3. So that's 3 points. 1, 2, 3. But what I really wanted out of that was this, and that's the cavalry. So that's going to give me the little cavalry symbol I need. So that lets me fill 1 more in there. Then I'm going to do this 1 drill ground. So that's... Oh no, am I still short? Don't tell me I'm still short. How do I get another one of these little guys? Man, alright, so that's the 1 gives me the gold. Now if I go here and do this 1, man, I think I'm 1 short again, which is a bummer, because I'm going to get hit twice now. Oh no. So that lets me fill that in. Okay. 1, 2, and I've only get 3 orders, so that's my last order. Okay. Now throwing daggers. I can throw this throwing dagger. I think my only chance here... where's this? Not throwing dagger, this is not a throwing. It's destroy a field box that must be directly below one of the destroyed ones. So, can I get something out of this? Not really. Okay. What can I spend 3 gold on? Nothing. Oh man, I'm just short. Okay, well, I'm going to destroy this box here, I guess. May as well make use of this thing here. Destroys this one. That's 1 less arrow raining at me in the last turn. It doesn't really help at the moment. Oh boy, not really played this very well. Okay, hopefully you guys are making better choices than me at home. Alright, you may... Okay. Ugh. So we've done that. We're out of luck there. Yeah, oh man, that night time. I should have chosen a different action. Okay, well, we know that these are now going to attack, so they're going to hit me another twice. 1, goodness, this is not good. 1, 2 in this row. Income, I get another little soldier. So what am I planning on doing? I'm planning on doing that. So I guess I want this one for the soldiers if I can get that happening. Just not comboing these enough so they're hitting it at the same time. I'm sort of always one away from being able to sort of do anything decent here. Alright, so fill that in with my little soldier there. Then I need to... that's the income. Then I need to roll the dice. What do we get? 18 this time. 18 is the top two. Bingo, bingo, and the bottom one. So down here. Okay. And then we know it's just going to swap over like that next turn. Okay. So you can see here if you're actually sort of paying more attention to it, maybe not sort of doing it on stream and that sort of thing, you or not stream, but on video, or you're just smarter than me, you can sort of be looking ahead to see, okay, what am I going to get next turn, because I know I'm going to sort of shift across, so I can sort of plan my actions that I'm going to do and combo it together. So there's you can see you can play a lot smarter than I'm doing, and I feel like the first time I played this, I think I had like a better first turn, which just sort of started me off on a better track. I don't think I'm actually very good at the game, but I think I was afforded a sort of a better start, and that sort of started me off with a few combos, and I sort of was able to snowball from there. But I feel like I'm not doing a very good job at being efficient here. But yeah, hopefully you guys can see the paths to efficiency here that I'm not showing off very well. Let's see. So what do I want to do as my action? What's happening here? We've got, I suppose the least damaging is going to be doing a sun scheme, because there's just a single reinforcement other than a double or another one of those loser turn things. So I think I want to go with the sun. So which one do I want? The range? I don't need a range, I don't think. So I think I'm going to do this. Am I giving myself enough? I'm only giving myself one thing there, but anyway, let's do this. So I get myself some more money. So I'll do that now. So the scheme is sun. So that's the sun scheme. They reinforce. Ugh, one more time. One more time. Now let's see. Got to celebrate. Now I've done that, so let's go up here to these two pictures. So I've got a 1, 2, 3, and 4 again. Okay, so I definitely know. Okay, I want to launch this. Do I launch it? With, say, a 2. Or even a... Oh no, a 3 is not going to work because I need it to be in the 2. I don't technically want to use these 3s if I can avoid it, because I'm getting too close to these without filling these out enough. Yeah, alright, well let's use the... Because I sort of still want to have a 1 for building up more of these. Do I? Do I? Maybe not. Maybe I don't need those. Because if I do 1, that's just points, right? That's not... I mean, I guess I could be working towards this. Yeah, maybe. Maybe I'll launch the attack with 1. Let's do that. I'm going to launch the attack with 1. Because what that's going to do is going to give me these things, and then I can look at how I'm going to spend them and that sort of thing. So let's launch the attack, because I've already got this one ready. Oh, I hadn't filled that in. Sorry. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Give myself 2 points for sending this guy into battle. So that's 1, 2. Alright. So let's send this one into battle. Now what I'm planning on doing is sending this one in like so. So that's going to fill in this. Now this is a encounter event, but I've played through this one before, so this is not one I roll for. So I'm just going to say that I don't get anything from that. I just don't want to spoil that event for you. I guess I could roll. Should I just? Yeah. I suppose you're supposed to get something for it, right? So I guess I should roll. Maybe this is cheating, but we'll see how we go. 10. If I get something too outrageously good, maybe I'll. There you go. One extra attack thing. So okay, I'll just have to remember I've got that. All right. So one extra attack thing. So I fill these in as well. So I've launched this attack. That's a 4. So that's 4 points. 1, 2, 3, 4. I blocked one more arrow from attacking me, although this column's never going to attack again, so it's a bit of a bummer. But I get another little soldier here. Foot soldier. This was a forge, so I can do another forge. I might work towards these throwing stars here. Let's do that. That gives me a gold on that level there. So there, I've collected all the things from there. Now what I've also done is I've taken out this guard here, which is handy. That gives me another soldier or a cavalry. So, ooh. Soldier or cavalry. Well, let's take another soldier. So I've done that, because that way I've filled that in. That's pretty good, right? So that's done. Now that's ready to launch. I could launch this attack this turn as well if I wanted to. Okay. So that all came from launching that attack there. So I've still got a 2, a 3, and a 4, and I've also got a 1 because I've used up this 2 from this reward here. I've got a 1 from my roll for getting that encounter there. So what do I want to do with the 1? Maybe get closer towards these guys. What do I want to launch this one with? Maybe before I decide. I think I probably am cheating if I don't. I probably got to decide if I get that 1, maybe I have to use it straight up. I'm not sure. So I'm just going to use the 1 to say I'll take this gold. I'm not sure if you sort of like save that 1 for later in the round or if you have to use it. But what was I doing? Oh, gold. Wow, I've got a lot of gold here. I need to unlock one of these. I don't seem to be rolling anything down the bottom here. This would be good. I wonder if you get to trade gold in at the end or something for points. I don't think so. I guess, I think one of the things you can do with gold is you can increase your range too. So you can spend gold to like go further up. Yeah, I think that's what you can do as well. That's why gold's useful. Because these places are quite high. Right, so I've got a 2, a 3, a 1. I think I want to launch an attack up here, so I guess I need to use at least a 3, right? And if I don't want to use my 3 for finishing this track, I could use the 3 to launch the attack. Yeah? Okay, let's do that. Launching the attack. Alright, so who are we sending in these guys here? So that's another 2 points. 1, 2. And what shape are they? They're like that. So we're going in like this. So that's nothing, but it is going to be another row. That's good. And then this is blocking an attack next round, so that's good. And this is a horse, so that's good. And this is also another troop or a thingy. Let's take another single trooper. Okay. Right, so that was that guy. I took this other troop here, didn't I? Okay. Rightio. Now you can, when you take these as well, you can sort of overlap them. So if I wanted to use one of these mercenaries, I could fill in this space with one of these as well. But I don't think I want to do that. La 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 la. All right, so we've done that. That was launching the attack. I've got a 4 and a 2, and I've got this 4 here too. 4 too. So I could do 2 horse moves here. What's some horse moves I could do? Oh, this is interesting. So, if I did the 4 that I just gained from here, which I think I said I really should be taking those now, shouldn't I? What I could do is I could go over here, maybe gain that. And then, what row is that? That's row 5. And then I could launch that attack from here with this 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then spend 1 gold to bump that up 1, and then put this mercenary attacking here, and that's going to give me another. That's going to block another arrow, which is kind of handy, and it's going to give me another. I think that was a 1. Okay, so I've done all of that. I've got a 2 and I've got a 1 left. Oh, and I've launched that attack. But that doesn't give me any points for doing that, I don't think. So a 2 and a 1. So let's go 2. I want to get some of these throwing stars for down here. So let's go the 2 here. Ooh, and wow, if I do a 1 and I just do this attack here, or this one here for my 1, that lets me fill in 2 guys, and I could maybe put that in here or something. Oh, I'm going to get hit twice. Oh gosh, this is not good though. I'm going to get hit twice here and twice here, so that's 4. That's going to kill me in a couple of turns. Is there a way I can stop that from happening? I don't know, but I'm going to fill these 2 in here. Yeah, 2. Oof, boy. And I think, did I take the 2 already? I think I took the 2 already. I think I took the 2 and the 1. Okay, so that's good. We're done. That was felt like that was a little bit more combo-tastic that turn. But I think I've allowed myself to get hit too much here. So, and these are, I'm not, I'm not too happy about these, but we'll see how we go. Maybe I should have done that then. Oh well, too late now. Okay, so who's up? We are into the next round, so we're going with this column here, and oh man, already I'm getting hit twice. Yikes. Oh no, I'm not. Oh, sorry. I'm only getting hit once. That's wrong. Okay. So I've only got to hit once there because this one's not coloured in. Now, I do need to do a income. So income is going to be a single cavalry. So that's where I'm hoping this is going to help me out. Single cavalry there. Oh, hold on. No, I'll do that. I'll do that here. I'll do that there. Alright, so that one is one that I'll just write wrong again. Wrong. Okay, so then I have to shift across, so this shifts to this side and these two just stay at the top. Alright, income, shifting, yep, done that. I have to pick my thingy, so it's going to be sun or now here we go. I have to reinforce 2 spots or I have to lose an order. Oh boy, reinforce 2 spots. Yeah, let's do it. Wait, hold on a second. Yeah, I also want to do the sun rather than the moon, so I'm going to reinforce 2 spots. So I'm going to choose one of these, I guess. And that's not... Oh, though, destroy field box. Oh, that would be handy. I wouldn't even have to use the... Oh, man. I can do that later, though. I can hope... Well, if I... Maybe I won't roll that again. Do I do this one? Yeah, alright, let's do it. So I'm only going to reinforce 1 spot. And then I'm going to choose, this is my scheme, these 2 as my actions. 1, 2, 2 and 3. And we're doing night. I definitely don't want to do that as my thingy. I mean, I guess I could get some points, but I want to save it for later, I think. Alright, so let's do this. Destroy field box. We've done that one. Okay, destroy field box, done that. So, yep, done this action down here. So that has killed another guard. And that gives me a roll, a random roll. I've got a 5, which is, ooh, one of these guys. Oh, that's handy. So, one of the blue ones. Alright, so I can now launch this attack. Which I think I want to do now, just so I may as well get it over and done with. So, I want to launch this into the 4th row. So, I can spend this 3, which I said I didn't want to use as a council track order anyway. Let's spend 1 gold to launch this into the stratosphere. Launch this into the 4th row. Yep, because it's 3, so I can launch this into the 4th row now. So I'm going to flip this one around. Oh, hold on a second. Wait, this is wrong. I needed 2. So, okay, sorry. What I'm going to do, I'm going to use that spare one that I just got from wherever I got that from. I'm going to fill that in. But I'm going to use this 1 to do this action. I must have been from income. This action here, that's going to give me the 2 that I need to fill that in. So that's now not wrong. That's all good. We're back in business, but I had to spend that. Now I have to remember though that I've only got 3 actions because I did that. So that's 1 action. That's my 2nd action to launch the attack. And now I've got 2 forges, but I essentially only get 1 of those forges. So I'm going to launch this attack. This is going to launch into here. But I'm hoping this is worth it because it's going to give me at least another one of these. So I essentially get the action back by, getting more stuff anyway. So maybe not an extra action, but that's still good. Okay, bingo. So I've launched that there. Probably should be working towards these ones, but because they could still kill me. Or maybe not. Maybe, I'm not sure if that kills you if you get all the way to there, or... Yeah, because this, you lose 14 points. I think if you lose stamina past 14, I think that's when you die. So I think I'm actually safe now. I think I can't be killed as such. I'm just going to lose a lot of points if I can't get rid of those two. So that's going to give me another one of these little blue soldiers. So that lets me fill that one in. I've launched that attack, so that's another 4 points. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have killed this guard, so I get to roll. I've already done that roll. 5. I think I've rolled a 5 before. What was it? Oh, another little blue soldier. Now, here's the problem. Another little blue soldier is now wasted on me. Like, I don't have any more blue soldiers to fill in, so I can't do anything with that. And same thing here with this income now, that's going to be a bit useless. I don't have any more blue soldiers to fill in, so, oh well. I get some gold here though. Okay. And I think that was it. I think I might have blocked a spear or something as well, but I don't guess any actions there. Okay, so I've launched the attack, so I may as well put that one to sleep because I don't get this extra one here, but I get one more forge. So I will do this. And now I've got these 2 throwing daggers. Now I think I can throw these throwing daggers whenever I want, I think. As an action. Yeah. So, it's got to be adjacent to somewhere you've already attacked though. So I want to sort of... maybe if I sort of put them up here... What have I got? Oh, I've got this silly thing here. I was just thinking I could throw the throwing daggers here, and then if this is 3 tall, but it's only 2 tall, so it's not even going to reach there. But I suppose I could just throw these up with something else. But if I put... Throwing daggers adjacent to one of the destroyed ones. So if I throw this throwing dagger here and then throw it there, I can kill this guard. I can kill this guard here, but not this one. What have I got here? What's this one going to do for me? It's going to go that way. What other mercenaries have I got? I've got a mercenary over here. So maybe if I can do some travelling or something, I can throw these mercenaries into battle over here. So I think I'm going to throw one throwing dagger here. Let's do it. And I've got to remember I've used up all my actions from here as well, so that's all done now. Yeah, let's throw this throwing dagger here. That's going to knock out this guard. I've already done that roll. So I'm going to do this roll here. I've got a 3, and a 3 is a little soldier, one of these guys. So I'm going to colour him in. And then I'm going to... I think I keep thinking that I have to sort of have built this up to launch the attacks. They have to all be adjacent, but I think that's only for throwing daggers. I think as long as I've got the gold or the movement, I can put them up here and they don't have to be connected as well. So I've coloured him in. Bingo, I've done that one. Now I've got one more throwing dagger. I can throw that around here somewhere, but I don't know that it's worth it at the moment. Let me just see here. So I've done all my actions. I don't have any more ways to do movement and get this soldier in here yet. So let's move on to the next turn, I think. There's not much I can do about this. So I think that's my turn all done. Let's do... I've got to launch this attack too. Alright, so no enemy attacks this time, but I know I'm trying to avoid these two. Alright, income. Who have we got? We've got a little red guy. Little foot soldier. Well, that's going to fill that in. So now that's covered that. Now, I've got to remember I've got to fill up one of these tracks completely, so ideally in the next turn or two I get some threes, so I can at least do this, and hopefully I get either suns or moons. If I get all clouds, I'm in trouble. Done income, rolling. Got a 6, I think I had a 6 earlier, didn't I? 6, 1, 2, so here and here, and is it over... It's down here. Down here. Well, I've got moons, suns and moons. There you go. So, which is going to be less painful. Ooh, definitely sun at this stage. But then I'm hoping to get a sun. Oh yeah, that should be alright. So I'm definitely going to pick the sun because I don't need this ability. That's random. This is just gold, so gold is always good, right? Definitely going to pick that. These two will go up here, and the reason is if I pick sun. He reinforces twice, but that's better than reinforcing 3 times, so he's going to reinforce twice. And what that means is he's not available to attack me with 2 here. I'm only going to get attacked once if I can't block it anyway. So that's not too bad. So he's reinforced these 2. Alright, I've got my gold, already done that one. So, yep, done. Then I've got a 1. 2 4s and a 3, so that's cool because I did want to send this one in. It's going to give me another row, so let's do that, shall we? So that's that 4. That circles him in, so I've got that available, got this available, and I've got that available. So let's launch them all. See what I can do here. Surely I want to launch this 4. Uh-oh. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Just had the battery almost cut out, so I had to sort of pause there and recharge the batteries. But we haven't lost any gameplay here, so I think I was just, I think I just spent, what have we got? We've got, we had these 2 tops, this bottom here, so we did 1 4, I think, to colour in this to have this available. Then I was going to launch an attack with the second 4 to sort of get the range up here that I need. I'm now thinking maybe I shouldn't have done this, but you know, because I've also got these 2 to launch as well, don't I? So, and I've got some gold here, but the problem is I've forgotten, I haven't really leveled up this mapping ability here, and we didn't get this +2 range here either, so we're a bit lacking in our ability to get up to these top ranges here, so but it is what it is. So let's just keep going. So we've done we've got the 4, so 1 2 3 4. I now need to spend 2 gold to put myself in range to launch these mercenaries here. Now this could be crazy because I might be sort of like leaving myself short of actually sending out some of these actual valuable spots, but let's just do it anyway. So now these are like foot soldiers as well, so the thing is they can't be rotated or flipped or anything like that, so they can only do this. So I'm going to send these in here, and that's going to finish off this row. I don't think there's any bonuses there, but I am going to get this free action. So I get an extra action there, which is not too bad. And the beauty of that action is I can make it a 4, so I can sort of send things out a bit further and that sort of thing as well. So yeah, let's do that. So I wonder if I should be just giving myself some more gold, doing another 4 for the gold or something like that, just to give myself some more range for next turn. But what I can do now is I can send out, say for example, I mean I could launch these guys out up here and block this last attack coming in, which is going to do an extra three sort of health worth of damage there to me. Or actually, I'm back here, aren't I? So I could be taking the 11 there. So I think I'm not going to worry too much about that. I think what I'm going to do is try and fill up rows. So let's launch this one here. So I've got one more 4 left from what did I get that from? Whatever that reward was, wasn't it? Oh yeah, this thing here. So I can choose this to be a 4. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to launch, so I've done that. I'm going to launch this out with a 4. That's going to give me 3 points. So 1, 2, 3. Let's send that in. Let's see, 3, and I need to get up to row 7 here. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 5, 6, that's all my gold. This is problematic for this last round. I'm going to do this. That's going to fill in these. So I've launched that one. That's going to fill in these. That's one more gold, so I've got 1. Okay, which isn't good because even if I get a 4, 1 gold is only going to get me up to row 5 or whatever, so I need a lot more than that if I'm going to launch this final attack at least here. Alright, so let's see. So I've done the 2 4s, I've got that bonus 4, I just did that. Now I've got a 3 and a 1. So the 1, let's just get 4 points, I guess. That's 4 points. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then the 3, let's do, where were we? We're in a sun mode at the moment, aren't we? So, there we go. So we've got 3 more points. 1, 2, 3. From that one. So now we just need to get a sun or a moon happening in the next round so that we can score an X, because well, it doesn't really matter about the scoring the X, but we just need to complete one of these to as one of the prerequisites for winning. But if we can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we've got at least 1 we've sent in, or I don't know if it's if you've sent them in or if you've scored them, but we've at least sent these 2 in. So even if we don't do this one, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We've sent all those in, so that's we needed to get an X of 8, which we'll be getting, so that's fine. So I've done the 1, I've done the 3. I think we're on to the final round. So here we go. Hopefully my camera doesn't die. So final round, they're going to fire at us. We've only got the 1 arrow in here, so we take this one that we should have been hit with. So now we're losing 11 damage at the end. And I don't see there's any way that that's going to increase, but I won't do anything about it just yet in case I have to modify that. So bingo. Now we shift. Oh, I forgot we have to shift across. Oh, that's good because it means we can sort of, we know what we've got, and we know we've got at least a moon or a thingy, don't we? So right, so let's see, because we had these 2 in that one, didn't we? Alright, so yeah, we have to shift across. Oh, we've got to do the income as well. That's a little blue guy. Unfortunately, the blue guy doesn't do anything because we've already filled them up. We shifted across. Now we have to choose sun or thingy. Either way, sun or moon is going to hit us with 3 more of these. So now he fills in this one. And these 2. Now, this is a problem. This is the big thing, because that arrow doesn't hit us now, but we've got another guard up here, so that's sort of adding to the 1, 2, 3 guards. So even if we were to fill up these 2, there's 3 guards. So essentially, however many boxes are still left, we're multiplying that by 3, and that's how many points in addition to the 11 we're already losing. So I'm not feeling too confident here. Yeah, well, we'll see how we've just got to get as many points as we can out of this, don't we? We have to sort of try and nail these guys. So, what can we do? Well, I've coloured those in, but I didn't choose which row we're doing, did I? Or which weather. What's going to help us the most? I think we need this. We need the range because we don't have it in coins. So I think we need to do this as our thingy, and then these are going to be our attacks because we've got a couple of these things here. I think that's what we have to do. And this isn't going to help us because we don't have anything underneath. I do have a throwing dagger, so I could use that here. What's the last thing I'm throwing? This guy. Well, I want to leave that alive for the throwing dagger. Yeah, I want to leave that one alive because interesting. Alright, because I can hit 7 easier with this one than I can with hitting 8 sort of thing. So maybe we'll leave 7. Maybe we'll leave the throwing dagger till last. Alright, so let's do what we need to do. So okay, well, let's launch this then. So we're going to do the... Oh, and I chose this. So what's that? That's sun. So we're officially in sun. Alright, so officially it's sun that we're going to be doing here. Probably should have tried to wangle it so that I could have done this, you know, last turn and this one this turn, so I could be getting like the X twice. That would have been a good way of getting a lot of points, but a better player would have done that. Okay, so I'll leave that to you guys. You guys can learn from my terrible mistakes. We're going to do 1, 4, 4. Okay, so let's do at least one of these 4s to launch the attack because we need the range. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We can add 2, 1, 2 because of this. And then I can throw this guy into the attack. But I've got to spend a gold to do that because I needed 3. Because I have 4 with the range plus 1, 2, 3. And that's going to put this shape in here. I'm not sure I'm going to get many more of these attacks happening, but that's at least scored me another 4 points here for killing this guard. I think it was 4 points, plus the 2 for this one, so that's 6 points in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. 2 for the actually launching the attack here, and 4 for taking out that guard. He was worth 4 points. Now, so we've done that. So that was that 4 there. Now I've got, if I do this 1 here, because there's no way to get other things here. So this 1 I may as well just use to get the points here. So I'm going to finish off that, get the points here, 1, 2, 3. By going to the drill ground. 1, 2, 3. So that's done. That's done. So really what I've got left here is, there was a 3 up here too, so I've actually got 2 3s and a 4 left. So one of the 3s I guess we'll use for this. That's going to score us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 I think it is. 9 points. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think that's right. And now I've got a 3 and a 4. So what can I do with the 4? See, I can't really get down here to create any more of these little things here, unfortunately. I don't think I can use any more 3s because I've run out of track, so I think you can't, like, oh, once you fill up this, you can go to this next track. I don't think you can do that, so 3s are a bit useless to me. I don't have any coins to transform that 4 into this 3 into a 4. So really all I've got is this 4 left. What can I do with the 4? I could do a 2. That's not going to get much. It's a shame because I've got this throwing star, so I could like throwing dagger. I can use this throwing dagger to sort of fill that one in. At least that sort of stops a point or two. But I don't have... Do I have another way of getting a throwing dagger here or something? Got like a coin. I could get coins. It's like, okay, I'll use this 4 to go here to get this coin, to transform this into a 4 to get this coin to do what? I guess I could go... I don't really know. Oh yeah, let's just do this. Alright, so it's using my 4 to go travelling down to here to give myself a gold. I'm going to use that gold to transform this 3 into a 4. So I've used up all my actions there. And with this final 4, I'm going to go... am I going to go down here, get some more gold? What can I do with a 2? Not much. Yeah, I don't think I can do much here. Well, what I'm going to do, I'm going to get this, give myself a 2. Let's just try and fill in one more. But then what that does is it gives us this half a piece of jade, and the reason I did that is just because I realised I'd never told you guys what the jade does. But essentially, jade is if you can combine the 2 pieces of the jade seal there, it creates this symbol. You get to colour that in, or circle it, and then you can spend that to copy any tactic. So you can actually copy one of the tactics in there, so that you have another wave you can send out. Oh. I wonder if that's something I could have done. If I had done that in a better order, I wonder if I could have circled that and then had another, had one more action to send that out somewhere, but I don't think I would have had the range, so yeah, all good. Anyway, so all done. I think that is my last action. I don't think I can do any more, so let's tally it up. So I've got a score of 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 46, I believe. Now, how many guys were left in here? I think we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's 11 times, how many guards were left? 1, 2. Times 2 is 22. I was also losing 11 points here from the stamina that I'd taken. So, 46. Where are we up to? So, 46... take away 22 is what's that, 24, I believe. Am I getting that right? And then take away 11 is 13, I think. You guys are calculating at home, you can do that better, but let's work it out. Okay, so 46 take away 22, let's actually do the vertical algorithm. Let's double check it, make sure I'm not cheating. So 6 take away the 2 is 4, 4 take away the 2 is 2, 24. Then 24 take, what did I say? 24 take away the 11 is 3 and 1, 13. Yep, so I think grand total of 13. So let's have a look. Did I win? In the game with 10 plus victory points, so just scraped over the line with 13, not too bad, and complete at least one track. Yep, we did that, so I think we are good. And with 2 minutes to spare on the there we go. 2 minutes to spare on the thing, I won't take up too much time, but yeah, thank you very much, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. As a very sort of different game to some of the, or any of the games I've played so far on the channel, sort of thing. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you enjoyed this and want to see more of this game, let me know. I certainly enjoyed it, and I'll definitely be playing it, whether or not I put it on the channel or not. But yeah, hopefully you guys saw enough of it to understand sort of how it hangs together and that sort of thing, and yeah, and enjoyed the gameplay enough, and could make out what I was trying to do as well. Hopefully I explained it enough, and and you could sort of get a sense for it. But yeah, well, I've got some more games coming over the holidays and Christmas holidays and stuff, and hopefully I'll have a big Marvel Christmas themed battle coming up soon, so keep an eye out for that too. So I've got something special planned for that. But yeah, Meeple Monkey out. Thanks, guys. Cheers.